Yes, good evening fellow Groove Riders. Will from Will's Electrical Services. Welcome back to another episode of Electrician TV. In tonight's video we do bits and bobs of fault finding, remedial bits and bobs, and I want to use it on a few videos, so I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. Just roll it.
Hello, Will.
It's odd seeing you looking sober, boy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Aye.
odd being sober.
So I'm trying a new tactic now. I've literally gone through all the stuff we're doing next week, and we've got a couple of, so I'm trying to get all the material back to the yard than rather coming down here chaos all the time, because
We're going to miss you though, Will.
well, no, I'm still coming down there. I come in here every day, don't I, guys? You know what I mean? I can't do quotes on the phone, else I get ignored, don't I? You know what I'm saying?
Wrong.
Especially double busy when if Paul or you ain't here, it's chaos, isn't it?
It ain't easy, mate. Yeah.
Nah, to be fair, all the others, well, you're down the man anyway, ain't you?
Yeah, but
Oh, Rich, you're just telling us about that. He had a little tumble on some lube, didn't he? Yeah.
We're not sure if it was lube, but we know
No,
he's not in a great way, bless him.
it's not funny really, is it, I suppose?
Nah, of course
You're
not.
taking a couple of weeks off work. It must be 3 weeks now.
Yeah,
Do you know when he's coming back?
Nah.
Oh, so is he still in hospital?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Missed
Oh,
hot take,
blimey.
lucky git.
Yeah.
His loud and all that.
Well, that's serious, isn't it? Because he must be in 60 now, isn't he?
63, mate. Yeah,
Oh, heavy. Well, fingers crossed, eh?
yeah, hopefully a speedy recovery, mate, for sure.
Right, sweet. Right, let's get into it then.
If you could do us a massive favour and show your support for the channel, like, follow and subscribe and flick my bean, it helps the channel grow. Cheers. So it's Monday morning, we're just back at this place, just doing the remedial work. So what we found was this circuit's got no CPC EBS, has it? So it's a 2.5 ring main on a 32 amp, so EBS is finding that. What also they have got is they've got a lot of stuff clipped directs everywhere. Well, Len is with us today because Reese is off, because Bertie Big Bollocks has got to go to the vet, so Reese is going to sort all that out. Len, when we've got this bigger 6mm round here, all this stuff, we're going to have to put banding round it. Yeah, which we've got some in the van as well, yeah? Yeah, we've got a little garage board to do, change a few more ring mains, and we've also got to change all these for our CBOs because they do all outside sockets. So we get them all nice and changed. That's my job for the minute. And then we get all involved. So yeah, see all them. They've all got to be changed. So Len's you got to show us to cut them clips, Lenners. Yeah, so we've got all these metal clips, and then obviously we can band them. Alright. Just be careful then, because it's obviously all live, yeah? We've got a little board over at the back to change as well. Yeah, so I've just got to change all these for RCBOs, but I'm literally going to go now and isolate the board. So I'm just back at the main intake of this place, and what they do want is, see that's the transformer there, that they do want a three-phase supply, because there's a lot of the kitchen equipment that is three phase, so we are working with them to try and get a price to sort that out from a single phase. But for the time being, they have got other businesses on their premises, so they do want us to put a sub main in, which I'm going to do today. But I've just literally just come to isolate this this circuit here, because we're changing all the RCBOs in the board. I probably could have done it with the board live, but just because I know where it's isolated for me, so might as well play it safe, haven't we? But yeah, so turn that thing off there. Yeah, so Ebbs has been through them all. He found a couple that have popped out, and a couple, one was had the sleeving over the top of it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So now he thinks he might have found it. So let's just quickly check that.
.48 on the last.
.48, yeah. Yeah. What'd you get on the neutrals?
.48 as well.
Yeah.
On the earth. .44.
Oh, nice one. Do you want to do the figure of 8 and do the R1, R2, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just quickly show you what we found today. last time we done it, which is that one. We got 0.99, 0.99, and then open on that. So yeah, you can see, well, you could crystal clear see it, but also you notice that a few were popping out, so it's re-terminated them all. So that's enough, a little job solved. It's just fitting all them clips and fire clips all the way up. On this other side where there's quite a lot of cables, we're just banding all the way around it, which is looking good, Len, isn't it? Which can go all the way across. But yeah, it's getting there. So this is where we've, so that little wireless board, this is what they done. They do these 4 sockets out here. So if you could just do a loop of each of them, yeah?
Yeah.
And then we'll do an RCD test of them, but I'll literally go back to the board when you do them. I think on this one we got
All roughly about the same anyway.
what about 64?
No, we'll get like 0.50ish.
Yeah, right, so right, we'll go through them all then, yeah. So 51. So which one are you on first?
So the first socket one, I got 0.58,
0.58, yeah.
and then socket 2, I got 0.54.
Yeah.
Socket 3, I got 0.51.
Yeah.
And then socket 4, I got 0.54.
Yeah, sweet. I'll go back to the board and we can do all the RCBOs, yeah? This is the place. Look, I think the old emu's out. Must be in bed. Probably had a proper heavy old weekend, isn't it? Right, good morning. We're just at this kitchen. So this kitchen is actually going to be temporary. So when we've done the rewire, we've just come back now. It's Thursday now because we've had a few days away because of poor Reese has had some personal issues and all that. So what we wired these, and because this is all going to be refurbished, the customers, only Dad's is happy for us to use this trunking, see where we've done it all. So we're going to bring that all down there in MT2, then we're going to run it along the bottom, probably tie wrap it or even try and fix it to the bottom, because we've got 2 6mm, which is, one of them's actually going to be for this oven, but one's going to be future for a future oven and all that, and we're going to leave as much slack underneath as we can. We've got the 2 bonding because we've got the gas external there, and then we've also got the water there. I've got Ebsy with me. We've got a nice little radio. We're all set up for the day, so we're going to get this done, and then tomorrow Reese and that's coming back tomorrow, and they're going to do the board. They've got all these sockets can be disconnected. So what we've agreed with the customers is we're going to use 100 by 50 all the way down there, hockey stick there, and have the fuse board there, because it was in that cabinet. If you go back to one of the other videos and have a little look, and it's all ready to go and just second fix. So tomorrow Len's just got to go around and second fix all the sockets. I think the extractor fan still needs doing as well. Well, I'd say I think it does, I know it does, but that still needs doing, but we've just left it so they can use it, because we did expect to come back, but obviously unfortunately we'll be back now to do it. But it's my birthday tomorrow, so, and me and Ollie have got about 900 jobs to do tomorrow, so it's why we're here today whilst Reese is doing a nice little remedial and walking. Right, let's get on to it. Just quickly show you what we're doing here is, because where this is all temporary, we're just running 2 lengths of MT2. We're going to go through the bottom, run it all through there, but we've got the lasers set up there, just ready to go through. So we've literally just split the cables in half of what's going to go through that trunk, and there's going to be 2 of them. It's not going to look good, but it's the best way we can do it, because we've got nowhere else we can come round. We obviously can't come down there, we can't come down there, and where you got the door there and the door there, this is a kind of peninsula sort of bit of a kitchen, isn't it, Ebsy? Yeah, we've had a little row about cutting trunking, haven't we, Ebs?
I want to say a row, just a debate.
A discussion, I'd like to call it.
A heated discussion.
Yeah, because we measured it, and then he wanted to give me the offcut for some weird reason, and I don't know why.
It still would have fitted though.
What it is see with this, you've got this panelling on the wall. It's got about a 20mm gap above it, isn't it? So, well, it's obviously 2x2 batten above it. So, but I suspect he's going to take the ceiling down. So, and that was what it's all about. I hope that made some sense. Brought some fire into the place, though, didn't it? Right, let's get that radio back on. Oi, 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 oi. Show you what we're doing. So basically, where this is going through here, we've found that there's this gas pipe. So obviously we've had to cut that out. So now we need to drill through the bottom there, because that pipe goes along there and blocks our thing. So Ebbs has got to do that with a 32, because obviously we can't multi-tool it, but
It's all getting ripped out soon.
it's irrelevant. It needs to happen. And so yeah, just go careful, geez, yeah. Nice and slow, geezer. Now,
Fucking screw in there.
probably gone on the foot, haven't we? There's no actual feet on there, is there?
No.
No. No, go the other way. Go next to it. Is that all the way through?
Nah, but there's a screw there.
Oh, is there? Yeah, move it over to there then. Yeah, look, you can see underneath there's nothing there, so that's why it's a bit odd, because you're miles away from that. Screws doing nothing. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, stand up. Yeah, nice one. We're cleaning it up with a multi-tool, yeah. Right, so we got that all wired now. That was an absolute ball ache, I tell you. And then we got it through there, so we put two across there to hide that. Ebbsy's just cutting them up now, the leading. Obviously, we're not going to ban that because it's never going to come out, because we've got this. And one of the main reasons we're doing it is like this way is because the extension. So see where them steps are, that is where the kitchen's actually going to go in the future. But what we're going to do is we've got a 10mm there which is going through there. That is going to be for the armoured for that summer house or the workshop down the bottom there, which we've already done in earlier videos. And like the gas and water are going to go through there and all, but we're going to leave the length on them, because eventually what we suspect is going to happen is this ceiling's going to come down when they do the refurb, and then we're probably going to pull all these cables back out and then wire them through the ceiling and keep them down. So that's why we're actually really conscious about cutting down the lengths of the cables. The cooker switch we're actually going to bring through this cupboard here and bring it up there and have a cooker switch in there so we don't lose the length. And I've wired two 6mm, because obviously on most modern kitchens now we always have a oven and a hob, don't you know, like on a peninsula island or something like that. But because obviously these will obviously go to a cluster like we normally do, or maybe put a picture up or something like that, you know, of going all the cabinets. That's what we're trying to do. And so we're going to lid these. It's obviously getting near dinner time. We're going to lid these at Ebbs, aren't we? And then we're going to come up and then push them all down. So basically all we do is rod down the bottom of these and then just pull them up, and we're going to tie wrap them all off the floor. Even though, to be fair, as we just discussed, there's no sign of any rodents, is there? Because usually you do find drop-ins, didn't you? But there is none signs. But we will show you, because we had to open this up to the gas. I think I showed you drilling it and all that. So that's left it like that. But Ebbsy come up with a really good point. It's nothing. What is it, Ebbs? Nothing a bag of rice can't hide. It was actually their pasta sort of thing anyway. It's my friend who's refurbing, so it is what it is. It's either to spend a day trying to get around that or just butcher it, well, it really doesn't matter, does it? What?
Hello, this is the one and only Dan's, so lock up your nans. Will, the midfield general, forgot to do a little video earlier, so he's asked me to do it. And I'm here in Moody Hoodie. Yeah, so I don't know anything about electrics, but I'm going to show you around what he has done, and hopefully to the people that look at his channel it will make sense. So he's been here today and he's torn into the kitchen, which is all a temporary fix because it's a mess. So he put in all temporary sockets all the way around. He's put new isolators in for the boiler, which that's all got to get boxed in. There's a new socket down there for operating the washing machine. He's put another socket and isolator in there for the cooker. I hope that's the right terminology for that. This here, that's getting removed, don't worry about that, because I didn't want that right above the hob, because I thought it just seemed a bit dangerous kind of sticking your hand near something that's going to get condensation on it. So that's getting shifted out. All the trunking's in there. And what else has he done? Oh, there's a socket to go in down there as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. There was a couple of light holes that had to be drilled through the wall to kind of
So we're just at this farm and we've noticed there was a socket, and then we're just going for it all. Like, go on then, Ollie, go through them all. So,
240 there.
240, yeah.
240.
240. Then that's what we were getting at the fan, right? Can you just go between L1 and L2, please, mate? And then, and have we done the neutral as well?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
L1, L2. Do you want me to go to
that's what you
L1?
can do, innit? There's not. So now do the neutral as well. Make sure how rough that is. It's not fused either. That should be fused. Yeah. Then go through.
Go through all of them.
Yeah, all three of them. Yeah. Yeah. L2. L3.
So that's a problem with the
it's incoming supply, because it goes straight into the meter, because it's only single phase for this house. That is nothing to do. Well, we'll put the lid back on, and then we'll just trace it. That goes straight into that down there, doesn't it?
Yeah, straight down there.
It might be worth us taking that Henry. Is that got a seal on that?
Yeah.
Well, put the lid back on, and we'll take the lid off all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And see if there's anything local that's the problem. Yeah. Look at this job. We're setting up all these demos. Had a bit of a problem. We did have the Knightsbridge ones in there, but we've changed them to V Pros, or we've swapped them a few times. That's why Ollie's here. But we're setting them up. But they've got such an odd setting, haven't they?
Yeah. It's good though. I do really like the V Pro ones.
Oh, they're by far the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we done all this about 2 years ago. Well, about a year and a half ago. Utility, we're at MCS Bad Boys. But yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? And the trouble is, the demos have got a bit of a nightmare. What a good job Ollie knows how to set them up. And you're the only one on the farm, aren't you? Bosh. So Ollie's just setting up a V Pro dimmer. So I just do it then, Ollie.
Right, what you've got to do to set up these very light V Pro dimmers is you've got to turn the light on.
So which ones are we doing?
We're doing these 6 here.
Yeah.
You've got to, so if I turn that to full brightness, you've got to then twist the dimmer all the way to the lowest setting.
What, the dial, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it on and off 3 times, leaving about a second in between. And then the light should like rise up in brightness and drop like they did there.
Yeah.
And that means you're into the settings of the dimmers, and then from there you can choose how low you want the dim.
Yeah. And what was you saying about how the dim, so you get it as low as you can, so it's quicker to come on?
So you don't want to go as low as the lights can go on, because sometimes it takes, like they go like say that one would turn on first, then that one would turn on, so forth.
Oh yeah, awkwardly. Yeah. I hate that when that does that.
So if you turn that off now, they all cut off.
Almost didn't, did they?
They did.
They all come out weird, didn't they?
Yeah. So all that means is I've got to adjust the dim to a brighter setting.
Yeah, go on. Well, I'll put it on the YouTube then rather than TikTok, so you've got to do it. Yeah, because I do act because we found it with that Emma Taylor, didn't we? That is that all hers was all on
was all on test mode, wasn't it? So you'd be in the room and there'd be lights flashing up and down and all sorts, and it's quite easy to sort out. But I've never really done it because I've always left it to Ollie to sort out. The only problem is what the trouble was is that we always put the V Pros ones in there, and then there was a bit of a time lag which the customer didn't really like. But then Reece put the original ones that come with a faceplate, the Knightsbridge. But then they started flickering, so we've like come back and put the V Pro, a set of V Pro ones in here, which is sorting all the problem out. There is obviously going to be a time lag, but they're so much better quality, aren't they? Like they rise and come up. Yeah, solved it, innit?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, mate. Yes. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you're going to be anything this week, then be electric. Up your blues.